Perkins comes at it, picked up by Confey, going the other way. Now handball goes out towards Cameron on the left side, takes his second bounce, travels a good distance, kicks the ball in, centre half forward. Breeze just not holding up the ball up as much in this quarter. Picked up there by Hobbs. Hobbs goes back by hand, finds Watts. Good smother in the defence there, I should say, in attack by the East Geelong Eagles. Ball's now picked up, goes back towards Cockrell. Cockrell steadies. Nice kick of the football generally, goes back towards centre wing. Tyquin plays his man under the ball, couldn't get a much. So Kendall doing the ruck work, tapped at the front of the contest, picked up there by Perkins, kicks round the corner to the half forward line. Chamberlain's there, Nicholson's there, tries to get Coy off the ball. Coy kicks the ball off the ground, and again the ball
on the ground.
Oh, you're right. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I knew the ads. I thought I couldn't remember. Anyway, Nicholson's got the ball, goes by hand to Taylor. Taylor goes into Dando. Dando back to Perkins, and Perkins through the half forward line, kicks in towards the forward pocket, still on that wrong side of the ground, didn't bring it back far enough. Coming out to meet the ball, handball goes over the top. That was Nolan. Not too sure what a sort of handball that was, but it goes towards the player there in front. Eddie's doing the ruck work. Taps it out the back, picked up. Taylor kicks round the corner, goes back towards the goal square. Foot comes out. Doesn't quite take it on the first time. Handballs over the top. Goes towards Kendall. Can steady. Or put pressure on himself. Went back to Hammond. Hammond kicks around the corner. And Bannockburn have their second. Yes, they do. So
I hope that he stays on the field for the rest of the game in forward line.
So in the middle, Bolton got the tap down. Handball came to Ricky O'Toole. Handball came out looking for a teammate there in Fox. They can't pick it up as Bannockburn work hard midfield. And they've won the ball back. Now it's a kick forward from Cockrell towards centre wing. Oh, running with the flight of the footy. Very good mark there by Robertson. Back into the corridor to Power. Power, long left foot kick. Watts under the footy and can't take the mark. Probably needs to take those. Handball to Tyquin. Ball comes out wider for Bannockburn. That was sheer strength from Dillon. Paid the free kick. Now advantage. Allowed to play on. Comes across to Taylor. Long kick to half forward. Unfortunately again attacking down the negative side. Burn and Trailers 13-4. Yet to score in the quarter. Ball comes down for Bannockburn. That was hammered again. Long handball out. Comes to Watts. Gives a handball out, ball back into the toward the corridor, but it's Confey. Defensive mark. Where's he going to go? Well, the umpire's called him to play on. A nice little chip pass found Ricky O'Toole. As well, with even numbers now, at least there's contest Dale all over the ground, 1-on-1. And Ricky O'Toole now called to play on, goes straight down the corridor. Good positive football from East Geelong. Front of the pack there was Fox. Fox now toward the lead of Murphy. No free kicks at the umpire. Looked to be pushed forward, Murphy, but the ball comes clear. Tyquin takes the mark on centre wing unattended. Hasn't done too bad today, the boy. As certainly adjusting to the tempo of senior footy. His kick, well, it's to advantage at the finish as Bannockburn towards the corridor. Oh, courageous Robertson. Can't take the mark. Comes to ground and he's rewarded with a free kick over the shoulder, said the umpire, and very courageous attempt to mark. Ball back into the corridor straight away, and it is Power for East Geelong. Centre half back on the 50-metre arc, decides to go middle of the ground. Oh, up high Dorber, up and down early, and picking up the crumbs back of the pack as Tyquin once again over to Hammond, not too sure where to go, and turns it over. Comes to Hill by hand, he fumbles. Ooh, maybe a free kick held without the footy. No, as Dorber picks it up. Over to Hammond again. Hammond another handball. Gee, the defensive work here from East Geelong is very intense, but they break clear. Bannockburn player on his own at centre half forward, and that's Paddy Dillon has taken the mark. Gee, I reckon I would have been having a shot for goal, but Dando has taken the mark. They've only gained 5 metres in distance, but Dando now about 4 decides to handball quickly. Looks like a set play all the time as Taylor now long kick to full forward. Mark, well, does the umpire pay the mark? I didn't hear the whistle as Coy, to be careful, he won't give away 15 metres penalty, but
now he has.
He has now, so that was going to be on all the time. But Brad Coy, well, I think giving the 50-metre penalty is mandatory. They come off the ground, but by the look of things. So Matty Foot who took the mark in the first place, just pops it over the goal umpire's head. That's his first for the day.
Well, this time Dorber's up, Bolton gets his hand on it, goes down, Taylor again, and clearance to the middle of the ground, kicks into the half-forward line. Nicholson leads out, Hill also there with him, taps the ball towards the boundary line, and Kendall looks like he's coming over the top, gets in the hands of Kendall, goes by hand, quick little kick, didn't get much distance there, fed out towards Chamberlain, picked up by Perkins. Eddie also has the ball, picked up now by Hill again, kicks and smothers. Chamberlain's strength, gets through the contest, puts the ball 20-30 metres forward, gets through two players, one was Dando, and now picked up by Watts. Watts has the ball in his hand, needs to feed the ball out with strength, able to do so. Now runs, kicks towards centre half forward, goes towards Dylan, Dando over the top. Drew Lachlan stood behind and waited for the ball to come through. Kick over the top, finds Edmondson, and on centre wing, he's off and running. Takes his second, steadies himself, goes long. Connors is the target with Hobbs. Hobbs does well at ground and picks the ball in front of himself. Tried to kick the ball off the ground. Picked up there by Dylan. Has Van Ingen over the top. Kick needed to be just high enough, and it was. Got over the fingernails of the oncoming player. Runs towards centre wing, loads up, goes into the half-forward line. In front, mark will be taken, and that is Fox. So the game, the good movement is going to be turned around. And Fox to turn that play back the other way. Been called a play on by the umpire. Kicks in towards the centre position. Coming up and taking the mark, Edmondson. So also had a good game this afternoon. Has players wide and O'Hara, but decides to go longer. Murphy's going to be the target. O'Neill's out with him. Murphy, I thought he nearly held on to that, hit the ground. The ball came out. O'Neill went back and collected it. Has it again. Handballs up to Watts. Murphy intercepts. Handballs to Connors. There's the combination again. Connors one way, then the next. Goes back outside. Kick short, and it's good kick, good mark. And Reece Cameron takes the ball, handballs off to O'Toole, goes towards goal, and has kicked the goal. So Ricky O'Toole becomes another goal kicker for the East Geelong Sun.
There once again, this time Bolton beaten by Dorber, comes down for Bannockburn to Taylor. A long kick to, great defensive mark, not paid there by the umpire as Lachlan gets the ball toward the boundary. Now there's a whistle on play. Lachlan legged, according to the umpire's indication there. Little chip pass goes to Fox. Takes the mark, only gained about 10 metres. Fox now along the boundary to a contest. Numbers there with Bannockburn. Oh, the umpire's paid. Man in front, I'm a bit dubious about that, but the free kick is there. It's called now to play on. Not too sure where to go. Decides to go long. Excuse me. A contest, Ross Dillon in front. Oh, same umpire. Looks like every marking contest is a free kick because Ross Dillon, man in front, he gets the free kick. A little chap pass finds Hobbs. Hobbs now for Bannockburn towards half forward. Dando, good stretch, good mark. As player now, it goes down there as goes to half forward. Fox does well in the contest. East Geelong with numbers. Take the ball clear. That was Robertson, very clean. And now lovely chip pass to O'Hara in front of our broadcast position. O'Hara for East Geelong. East players streaming forward. One of those is Murphy. He's got clear there of O'Neill. Takes the mark. He's got his side kick in. Connors in the goal square. Decides to go across the face. A lovely control kick as he saw Hunter, who'd made idea of some of the decision. But Hunter moves in. The wind seems to have dropped quite a bit. He hooked it across the face of goal, and a behind ensues. 14-5-89 East Geelong, 3-8-26 Bannockburn. De Grande Cycling Sport the third quarter scoreboard, 12.5 minutes gone.
So O'Neill to do the kicking in from the fullback position. Again, this press they put into place. Jackson O'Neill kicks out wide. I'm not too sure that's where he wanted to go to, but he found a plane by himself in space, and we'll say he did. Cockrell has the ball. Good long kick, comes outside 50. Pine's still in the middle of the ground. They've got him outside the press now. Only need to get the quick in forward. Handball needs to be good. Goes towards Tyquin, can't pick the ball up, does so well, takes on the first one, second one he can't get through. Robinson picks the ball up, he turns the ball over, off the ground by Coy, in towards the centre of the ground, coming through Edmondson, he's tackled, good tackle by Hobbs, ball comes out, free kick one, and Bannockburn with the free kick, and umpire says it's settle down. And he's just going to send Jamie Hobbs back. So Hobbs now kicks in towards the centre half forward position, doesn't have much weight on or much carry on the ball, and a mark has been taken there by Fox. So he transfers play. Running player is going to be Savage. Takes the mark. as a player inside, turns outside again, kicks into the half-forward line. O'Hara strides out, has Kendall in pursuit. Kendall can't take clean possession, hanged on to the O'Hara jumper there, goes back. Kendall's got himself back in the contest again, goes down, can't pick the ball, thrown back into play, tap further afield, picked up there, kicked round the corner. Harding it was. Now Cockrell comes in for the Buckingham it is, gets the ball out, goes towards Dickers. He ducks, puts the ball out, picked up there by Buckingham again, tries to force his way through the contest, kicks round the corner, sideways, and the ball goes over the boundary line on the full, and it will be again time for Bannockburn to relieve some pressure. So they've got the ball, Harding with the ball, decides to go towards Dillon. Players converge, Dillon ends up with it, Bolton's there, back to Confey, goes on his right foot, short, again, the centre of the ground if that's where he wants to go to. Goes down the line with the torpedo. Wasn't a real good kick. Hill comes up and meets it. He picks the ball up, had players outside, needs to go back and collect it. That's Brad Coy, and he has taken over the boundary line in a tackle, and it will be thrown back in just in front of the broadcast box. It plays 3 goals 8. Ball thrown back in, over the top, picked up there. Handball comes out to Fox again on that left foot. His kick is smothered, collects it again. Now he's tackled, needs to release it. Hobbs strips him of the ball. Handball goes towards Dillon, Dillon towards Eddie. Eddie has players in the long option. Dillon going back with the flight, coming the other way, foot. Ball hits the contest, picked up by Hoey. Good roving. Handball goes out to Hammond, needs to take on Robertson. Great tackle. Ball comes out, picked up again by Hoey. Under pressure. Handball's back, the numbers are there. Oh, Hammond picks the ball up, goes towards goal, watching too much television. And the ball is collected by the East Geelong player, runs it through for a rush behind. Geelong, as we said, 16 minutes approaching third quarter, the Granny Cyclone Sports scoreboard.
The short chip in taken by Robertson, chips over the top to Hunter. Now East Geelong just playing the possession footy. Got Hill on centre wing, I don't know whether he can see him. But now decides to go back to the defensive goal square. Robertson again, now switch play East Geelong as they go across the face of goal to Brad Coy. Comes back to the goal square. It's pretty good for the stats. At this time it's Lachlan. Runs towards the middle of the ground. It's a good control kick, but terrific work there by Harding. Got the fist to the footy. Comes over to Dillon. Dillon is shepherding for his teammate. Does well, but good work there. Area. On centre wing. Thrown in. Good tap forward. O'Hara does the ruck work. Hill. Oh, ridden into the ground. No, said the umpire. Stacks on the mill. And umpire not prepared to make a decision. 17 minutes gone in the third quarter. 3-9 Bannockburn trail East Geelong 14-5.
So umpire be the first one to get there. On the left boot, goes round the corner. Robertson's going to make a mark of it. Dives, and a good mark. Good player, this bloke. And he has the ball on the half-back line. Chips in short. Power comes up, takes the mark. Left foot comes wider, finds O'Toole. O'Toole now on true centre wing. Goes back inside. Kick wasn't quite there. Had a bit of a carry on it and picked up there by Tyquin. Goes back to Paddy Dillon. His long kick again, not favouring Bannockburn player further afield, and it's chopped off there by Drew Lachlan. He changes direction, goes to the club right side of the ground, picked up by Confey through the middle, and kicks in towards half-forward line. O'Hara's up in front. Good contest there from Van Ingen. Great roving by Coy. Come back inside and finds Ververs. So Ververs on the left foot. Player leaning out is Murphy. Not a good kick going into him, but a good clean pick up. Goes back by hand to Ververs. Handball back to Murphy. On the left foot, has time to steady run at goal. Kicks the ball, and it's going to go across the face. Sports third quarter scoreboard.
So Bannockburn to bring the ball back into play. Murphy under a bit of pressure. Wasn't as accurate as he normally is on that occasion as the chip pass comes in to Hobbs. Deep in the back pocket for Bannockburn. Need to be going down the corridor, middle of the ground, to see if they can get some score to make it look presentable. Instead, they've crossed the whole of the ground, gone wide, up to Hammond, middle of the ground. Hammond for Bannockburn. Forced onto his left foot, not such a good kick, looking for Peters. Finds him, but he's in a nest of East Geelong players. Gets some support there. That was in the form of Kendall. Handball goes out, hammered again. On the left foot, goes towards centre wing. Gee, the old soccer skills come in for play. Good tap down there to the front by the East Geelong ruckman. There's Robertson again, having a good quarter. Well tackled, just with the jumper. Confey, a little bit of a tap forward for East Geelong, but Bannockburn The player there in Dickers got bowled after he handballed the ball, looking for a free kick, and there's a player surely holding the ball. Advantage, well, the umpire's got, this bloke's got no feel for the game of footy, has he? Uninterrupted passage of play, doesn't pay the advantage, and it's come all the way back to Hill. Well, he tips the pass anyway and finds Lachlan. Lachlan has the lead there of Connors. It's a good lead and a good pass, and he had to stretch a bit, but he took the mark. Now he'd be looking for Murphy, I'd imagine. No, it's shorter than Murphy. That's a lovely chip pass again, and Burbers has looked pretty good, as Cal mentioned earlier. There comes the lead from Murphy. He's one amongst two, but at ground level, Coy's there. Ryan hooked it round the body, hooked it far too far as it landed over the boundary line, out of bounds in the full. 20 minutes gone.
It's the ball back into play, over the top. Stepped down there by O'Hara, who seems to be doing a little bit of ruck work at the moment. Not too sure he's supposed to be there, but he's doing some. There's a high tackle. And a free kick. That bloke didn't want to drink because it's empty now. So Edmondson comes in from directly in front. Nice kick of the ball, just stabs at it, guides it through, and he has his third, and as I said, the 15th now for East Geelong.
It's a good day as the ball goes up in the middle once again. O'Hara tap down only as far as Perkins for Bannockburn, off a step, goes to half forward. Up high, Ross Dillon playing in the forward half in this third quarter, but numbers there with East Geelong as it comes to Coy, and the series of handballs ends up with Ricky O'Toole. He's got Fox on half-back flank on his own, takes the mark. Coy, Ryan is screaming for it in the middle of the ground.
It's 50 metres.
It should be, umpire, but he hasn't paid 50 metres. Good call, Kel, as it comes to centre wing. O'Hara takes the mark, takes them on, then that's the handball away. Picked up there by Nicholson. Handball, all Bannockburn here has picked up by Dillon. Dillon lopes toward the middle of the ground, got Harding absolutely on his own. Oh, he's going to have to kick it quickly. He does. He just gets the boot to the ball as he's put to the ground by...
Doing some ruck work up against Bolton. Ball thrown up. Dickers gets the ball down to Perkins. They did it last time. The kick this time smothered. Picked up there by Chamberlain. Kicks round the corner. Goes into the centre half forward position. O'Hara attacked the ball over the top of Cockrell, and it's got to be a free kick. If you had taken the mark, you might have been right there, Dino, but the ball comes out to Cockrell. Cockrell now to Kendall. Kendall comes out wide, and Taylor there's through the connection. And Taylor has the ball just backward of centre wing. So finds Newell leading up, and Mark is taken on true centre wing. Player further afield, Dillon, but he goes longer. Option is Harding, going across his hill. Good kick, good weight on the ball. Ends up with Harding, has a play leading out. Foot's going to be the target. Ball into that position. Good contest at centre half forward, picked up by Ryan Coy. A short chip goes out, and we'll find Brad Coy. So Brad Coy, half back line for East Geelong. Ricky O'Toole runs the back, but the ball comes in. Fox on the run now, goes wide, outside. And we'll find Nolan on the far side of the ground. So they've transferred play fairly well. Goes towards centre wing. Contest here. In front, Dando. Should have been paid the mark and will be. As Buckingham tried to strip it out of his hands and take off. So he handballs back into Tyquin. Tyquin now off a step. Goes in towards centre half forward. The numbers was with Bannockburn before. This time it's all with East Geelong. There's about 5-1. And they come away. Ball is kicked short. Doesn't have a great carry on it. Picked up by Chamberlain. Handball goes over the top. And Fox through the middle of the ground. Goes looking for Connors. Finds him on the right foot. His kick goes forward. And again, Edmondson's out in front of Vending and kicks round the corner. O'Hara's there. Favourable bounce. Doesn't get it. Has player in Murphy, or sorry, Cameron in the goal square. Didn't have the ball, but it ends up with Kendall. Kendall now transfers play back to the broadcast side of the box. And it's with player in Nicholson, who kicks the ball back towards Eddie on centre wing. He has the ball. Newell leads up. Kick wasn't good. Made him work for it. He's going to run onto it, but with him is Coy. Coy picks the ball up, runs over the boundary.
As the ball comes in once again, Chamberlain down to Fox. He goes towards the centre of the ground. Good mark there from Connors. So East Geelong going forward once again as the lead comes from O'Hara. And O'Hara has taken the mark just in the centre square. Long kick to full forward. Big pack of players up there. The punch comes clear by the Bannockburn defence. Picked up by Ververs. He's immediately tackled. Gets a handball clear. Now numbers with Bannockburn is Tyquin, but he's immediately tackled. Gee, the tackling has been ferocious with both sides here today, and great to see our great game being epitomised by the skills that are on display. Ball back to the middle of the ground. Brad Coy, back of the pack, picks it up, steadies, and just a control kick, finds Murphy right on the 50-metre arc, but almost on the boundary, so a long way out. Murphy decides to chip pass, player unmarked there inside the 50, has the ball back into the corridor. Oh, mark dropped then by Ricky O'Toole, normally would eat it. Picks up the crumb. Now he's tackled by 3 players. Umpire said too long.
Lord.
I don't know what you're supposed to do when you tackled, you handball the ball, which is what he did. Now it's turned over. As Tyquin has a bounce, runs toward the middle of the ground. Beautiful kick this time, and it is foot has taken the mark 40 metres out. Well, I don't know why he wouldn't have had the shot on goal. Perhaps not a comfortable goal kicker.
Goal square if he needs him.
So now we have, as the siren sounds for three-quarter time, the kick will be allowed, and it is in the hands of Brett Harding. Man on the mark is 35 metres out, near enough to directly in front. A shot that probably should be the umpire's gone across a bit. I think he's going to come back and indicate it will be a goal. Second goal to Brett Harding, and the 5th to the Bannockburn side. So at three-quarter time here at Richmond Crescent, Bannockburn 5-9-39, trail East Geelong 15-6-96. East
Geelong side. Umpire throws it up. Bolton taps it out the back door, goes towards the tool. Little quick hands, goes through to Power. Good smother there from Paddy Dillon. He gets a kick in the shin for doing it, I think, and it's gone to the half-forward line. Mark's not taken. Robertson does the intercept. Harding does the intercept also. Goes back towards Taylor. Taylor goes forward looking for Dando. Chamberlain up over the top. Good solid fist. Gets ground. Picked up there by Lachlan. Goes, transfers play straight across the face of the ground or to the other half-back flank. Mark is taken there by Cameron. He's been a good player out there. Left and right foot, either side of the body. Goes back into the centre square, finds O'Toole. Power further afield, and now back on centre wing. Broadcast side of the ground, goes into Connors in the half-forward line. Up in front of Hobbs, and a good strong mark right on forward 50. So a player back inside if he wants him, looks towards Murphy, that's where he heads. O'Neill out in front, good spoil away over the boundary line. And
got in front far too easily, but terrible throw in from the umpire, straight in the arms there of Robertson for East. A series of handballs, back to Ricky O'Toole on 50. The left foot goes towards the full forward position from behind Murphy. It's, does Ryan Coy going to be paid a goal? Murphy. He's kicked it off the ground. Two umpires have a discussion, and Ryan Coy, umpire puts the ball in the air, down by Bolton for East Geelong, and they win the clearance once again. The player there in Savage, I think he took his eye off the footy, and free kick has gone to Peters for Perkins, for Bannockburn. Intercepted there by Chamberlain. Little chip pass from Chamberlain, finds Power. East Geelong in control again. Well, the corridor is wide open. Bannockburn getting players back as Power now goes towards Murphy. Gee, it's 1 out against 3 there. Where are the other players to help him? Murphy does all the bullocking work, tries to get the ball out. Hasn't happened. What's the umpire going to do? He's he paid a free kick, he paid advantage, and now he's blowing the whistle again, and the ball's going to come back. And a bit indecisive there. Unfortunate chip pass has come out. We've got Kendall's taking the mark for Bannockburn. Decides to switch the play right across the ground. It's a good control kick on this occasion, as mark taken in the back pocket for Bannockburn once again. So a bit of a lull in play. 3.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Bannockburn 5-9, trail East Geelong 16-6 as the ball now comes out towards centre wing. Mark dropped, so he's struggling a little as the ball comes in from the boundary throw into Tyquin. He gets a handball clear. Handball missed by Ricky O'Toole. Now they're running. Tyquin, I think he went before acceptances there, and the turnovers come to Ricky O'Toole. Fantastic tackle, Ricky O'Toole dropping the ball, and great tackle there from, it looked like Taylor.
Yep.
For Bannockburn, and the turnover with the free kick to Taylor. Not too sure where to go. He's got a few leads. East Geelong, though, they've flooded back, and good fly there as the ball comes to Hill. Hill underground pass, and it stayed underground. Players couldn't get it up as East this time. Robertson again, long kick towards half forward. Oh, good fly, Dean O'Hara can't take the mark, however, and it's once again Kendall comes back to the footy, has Hoey in the middle of the ground, takes the mark. Whoops, went to play on, wasn't called by the umpire. There goes to Dylan, centre of the ground. Oh, probably a debatable mark, but Burn trail East Geelong 16-6.
Yes, Ross Dillon, middle of the ground, goes in short. Taylor's taken the mark, half forward flying. Candy turns quickly, looking to go long. That's going to be his target. Not too sure where he's going to, but coming out, there's all numbers, and it's all East Geelong. And lining up for him was Robinson. He was the first there. Transfers play, comes towards Power. He's usually a nice left foot kick here, a little chip pass, and that's no exception. Murphy, it looks like, who's pushed down there, and he comes around the corner and goes towards Savage. So again, possession football. So Sav has the ball, and he will transfer play right towards centre wing. Lachlan comes up, can't take clean possession. Yes, good call by the umpire. Anyway, we'll soon find out. And Bolton does the ruck work. Ball comes through, picked up there. Perkins over the top of the ball, needs to feed the ball out. Does so, running towards Coy. Coy kicks the ball in towards a full forward position, or centre forward position. Kendall versus O'Hara. O'Neill arrives to support. Out wide, nice kick. Mark taken by Dando. Has Jamie Van Ingen just over the top. Little short kick, so on his left foot. Now has time, steadies, goes into the half-forward line. Again, Robertson coming across with the fly of the ball.
Is he
got in front of Newell. Imply to restart play. Throws it back in. Bolton also there with Dorber. Dorber taps it down. Good roving. Ball gets fed forward, and again, Dando comes through. Has time to steady, take a bounce. Needs to load up. Kick the ball to the goal square. Foot's going to be the target. Good work in defence back there. I think it's Nolan. Comes through the contest. Picks up. Transfers play to the broadcast side of the ground. Has too much on it for Power. Picked up by Cockrell. Had support there, but Power 2-on-1. The one wins out. Goes back. Nolan kept running. Now he's in trouble, but he's able to get the kick forward. Some good work there from East Geelong in towards the half-forward line. O'Hara doesn't take the ball. Runs onto it. Steps sideways. Goes towards goal. And Dean O'Hara, he kicks his second goal of the afternoon. And the 17th now to East Geelong.
Goals for fun at the moment.
So East Geelong obviously giving Murphy a bit of a spell in the middle of the ground or the back half, and that won't do him any harm at all as the ball comes to Bannockburn half forward, picked up there by Newell, goes across the ground. I think he was pushed as he kicked the footy. Now East Geelong at ground level. That was Cameron does well. He's very quick. And under pressure, Bannockburn are in real trouble. There's Power again. Missed it, Dorber that time. Over to Watts. Watts now runs through the middle of the ground. What's he going to do with it? Often his delivery is a bit debatable. But poor old Eddie, 2 weeks in a row, has really had some trouble getting hold of the footy. There's a free kick, high tackle. And Hill for East Geelong is the recipient. Goes out wide. Mark taken. Oh, gee, might have almost been 50 there as Hunter thought about going, but decided not to. Now he chips it to Chamberlain. Chamberlain, a long, flat kick. Oh, almost a good mark there to Edmondson. Doesn't hang on to it. And coming through for Bannockburn is Taylor. Left foot toward the middle of the ground. Van Ingen pushes it further forward. Now they come through. Taylor has, he had played Dando middle of the ground. He's got Watts on his own, not a good handball, and now they're under pressure. Dando, he butters up. He does well, gets his mate out of trouble and gets himself out of trouble. Has 2 bounces. A lovely skimming pass. Unfortunately, doesn't get the target, and the East Geelong defence now can, in numbers, get to the drop of the footy.
I'm just going to say something quickly, Eric. The umpire correctly, it's listening to what the coaches tell you, during the week. You got to know where to go to be able to adjudicate best, and people like Steve Keating have been around long enough to tell you what to do.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. They've left a little bit to be desired for positioning, particularly with 3 umpires. They should be in a position, but there's a lovely kick there from Connors, also having a run in the back half of the ground. He, looking for somewhere to... He had the footy there, Savage, had nowhere to go. Advantage is now paid to Bannockburn. Go to full forward. Coy, big punch on the footy. It's almost a comedy of errors, picked up by Connors. He's got players loose each side of the ground, decides to go to the southern side, and Robertson again. Great mark, great kick to position, and here go East Geelong once again. Not a good kick, inside forward 50. Murphy back up there with his O'Neill. Now surely umpire, that's throwing the ball because
one hand doesn't cut it, does it?
one hand and the 80 metres out, 45-degree angle in front of the social club here at Richmond Crescent. Dean O'Hara, nice looking kick. It's starting to come back, hasn't come back enough, and it's only behind. 17 goals, 7. East Geelong 5-9-39, Bannockburn, Smith, Holden, Blood, Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard. 11 minutes gone as the kick-in comes quickly to Watts on the half-back flank for Bannockburn. He goes long towards centre wing to a nest of East Geelong players. Couldn't work that one out at all. Terrible kick. Nolan marked unattended. He's found Ryan Coy. Coy goes to inside 50, and all East Geelong there. Luke Edmondson. He's had a very good game. He stepped sideways just before he kicked the footy, and it's now 5 goals, 9 Bannockburn, Smith, Holden, Blood, Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard, 12.5 minutes gone. Dale, you've got other scores, three-quarter time.
Yes, three-quarter times. Bellpost Hill 13-7 lead, North Geelong 11 goals 2. Inverleigh 17-13, 2 goals 8 to Winchelsea. Corio 5-5, Anarchy 11-16. Geelong West 3-6, Thompson 13-10. And Belmont Lions 5-5, Trail Werribee 15 goals 12. And up in that position, Delba down, knocks it down, went towards Hoey, pick up there by Eddie, kicks into the forward line. Not too sure it favours most, but Nolan's going back, going to be the first one to arrive. Good pressure there from Newell. Then he couldn't trap the ball. 13 minutes gone, final quarter, ball tipped down by foot, picked up there by O'Hara, is doing work at both ends. Now ball ends up and a clearance is going to come from Coy, chips over the top, nice looking kick, finds Buckingham, and he now goes around the half back line, goes towards centre wing, nice kick. Fox up there, takes the mark in front of Kendall, and quickly to his feet, or not to his feet, he was still on the ground, handball out to the running player in Cameron, into the half forward line. Connor's there, held his feet, gets able to pick the ball up, running player Edmondson just goes at goal, and I think he has brought it across too far and through for a 9 now. They are Bannockburn on 5-9. 14 minutes gone, final quarter, Smith Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
So the ball, Bannockburn having all sorts of troubles trying to clear the defensive area. Ball came to Chamberlain at centre half forward, had a blind shot from just on 50, didn't get it around the body enough, and it's out of bounds on the full beside the behind post. East Geelong player down just inside forward 50. You might try and pick him up, Cal.
Edmondson, I think, yeah.
Edmondson in a bit of trouble, I think.
Just got in the marking contest.
Is it wind or is it?
And
he's rolling around a fair bit.
I can't see why the game can continue as Bannockburn cross the face of goal to O'Neill. O'Neill now
saw his lead
goes to the middle of the game. Newell does well, gets around, it gets onto his left foot, terrible kick off the boot, and it will go out of bounds. Just thrown in. Centre wing, up high, Dando gets the tap to the Dick as it was, to Nicholson behind the pack. Nicholson now on the left foot towards the full forward position. There's umpire blows the whistle. It's going to be free kick to foot. Umpire was side onto it. He decreed that it was a push in the back. Who are we to argue? We're 50, 60 metres away. So Matty Foot comes in there, left footer. It's not a bad looking kick. It's not coming back on the bruise. I don't think the bruise is a Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 16 minutes gone.
A nice kick out from full back, and it finds Robertson out just on the half back line. Chip goes back inside to O'Toole, which they do pretty well. They've got a player wide and high on the ground. It's Hill, traps it nicely. Pressure comes from Hoey. Bannockburn to support, runs with Newell. Now it's Hill, picks the ball up, has an access out, goes towards O'Hara, steps around a player, goes back towards centre wing. Nicholson going back with a flight, couldn't take the mark. No protection there, and the ball's picked up there by Chamberlain. Goes in the middle to Fox. So Fox, player running wide, Drew Lachlan. He's pushed up from defence. Plenty of space in front of himself. Just needs to collect it. Ball stops. Handball comes in. Goes towards Power on the left side. A nice looking kick going towards Murphy. And it's a good mark. Plays on, runs into goal, and he kicks goal number 6. And the 18th goal for the East Geelong side.
So in the middle, it's Dickers doing the ruck work for Bannockburn. Gets the tap down, but at ground level, Ricky O'Toole grabbed high. And rare occasion, Ricky O'Toole's got a free kick. He's had a few against him today, as he accepts the free kick, goes wide to the southern side of the ground. Oh, unattended, Hill dropped the mark he should have taken, chest mark. Now it's at ground level. Picked up for East Geelong, round the corner looking for O'Hara, kept it in play, drew the player over the top to Buckingham, I think it is, running, and Buckingham has kicked it across the face of goal. It's landed inside the field of play and rolled over for a boundary area. The long throw in Murphy, required to do the ruck work, came down to ground level. That was Savage.
Do the kicking in from the fullback position. Decided where he wants to go. As I said, this 80-man press is good. The kick needed to be good and was. Harding came up and has taken the mark. Can transfer play across the front of goal, and it's a good kick towards Matt Watts. He's going to go back to O'Neill. So they've had 3 possessions now, and they've moved themselves from about 20 metres from that full-back position. But they are maintaining possession. So on the left foot, goes out, goes long, goes wide. That's very wide because it's hit the top of the roof over there in the club room. The ball is going to load up, is he? That's what he's going to do. He's going to kick towards that hot spot. Murphy comes out. O'Neill's there. Murphy too strong in front. And Lucas Murphy is going to go back and shoot for goal number 7. He's on his left foot, favoured that side. Comes in, kicks towards goal, umpire stands there, watch the ball go back over his head, and goal number 7 on the board to Lucas Murphy.
Probably not doing them any harm at all.
They've been pretty consistent with their ball movement across the course of the game, you're right, Eric.
So the ball now to half forward for Bannockburn. Dylan overran the footy, comes to ground level. Oh, good speed there by Hunter. Gets to the ball first, kicks it around the body, back to Buckingham. He gets a nice, well, I thought he was going to get a handball there. It was good tackling there. It came to Brad Coy. He's going perilously close to the boundary, in fact, out on the full. It's on true centre wing, and we'll take the free kick. Decides to go backwards, has a teammate there in Taylor. Umpire didn't blow the whistle for some reason. Gone further backwards now to O'Neill, and now we're back inside defensive 50. O'Neill chanced the left foot again. Oh, Mark dropped there by Van Ingen, took it too easy. Now they're in trouble as the turnover comes. Dean O'Hara hooks it back inside towards Coy. Well, player there in Kendall it was. Instead of tackling the player, tried to bump him and missed everything. Player, ball, whatever you like. So the ball now chipped back in towards the corridor. Nicholson just inside defensive 50. Oh, gee, that's a dangerous kick because East Geelong through Fox have got back. Watts does well at roving. Now wins the ball. Terrible kick. Does find Hammond. Hammond on centre wing now. Has time. Has good control kick. Finds his teammate in Dylan. Dropped the mark. However, follows up. He's running goalwards. What can he do with the kick? It's a lovely control kick. Mark, well, foot tried to mark it. Fell against the goalpost, and a rush behind to the Bannockburn side. Still goalless for the quarter. 5-11-41. They trail East Geelong 19-10, 122. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone.
So the series of kicks, the balls come to the centre half back position, ends up with Confay, running player through that part of the ground is Robertson, steadies himself, kicks long, goes in towards the half forward line, free kick for an attempted elbow there, and the resulting free kick goes further afield. Dean O'Hara has the ball, his kick too short, went looking for Murphy on a lead. He's going to come out and be there first, or actually Kendall was also there. Ball is fed back towards O'Hara, his handball goes further back to Fox, back towards O'Toole, who kicks round the corner, and he's looking for Bolton, who comes up. Cockrell goes back, makes a contest. Ball comes down, picks up by Murphy. Handballed out the back door to Bolton. Now it's on ground level. Bannockburn players over the top will need to feed it out. Murphy does it well, kicks the ball towards the hot spot, and standing there is Aaron Newell for the Bannockburn side. He now gets the ball, goes outside 50. Charlie Dickers comes up, takes the mark. Running player is Watts. He's kept running from that position. That's a better kick. Comes out wide, looking for Dando. Has the ball, traps it in front of himself, takes on Chamberlain, kicks the ball further afield. Don't think Robert liked that to chase it up, but Dando's kept going. Good work there from Kyle Robinson. Numbers now with the East Geelong side. Robinson has the ball, kicks the ball short, and Confay takes the ball. True centre wing position. Has the mark. Howie's standing on his mark. He's going to look to put the ball further afield. So the play, long kick there by Confay. Goes looking towards Bolton. Behind. Hammond gets the ball to the ground. Good roving in front by Savage. Has time to stop. Nearly stopped completely. Bolton, he's getting tired. He can't bend over and pick the ball up. Now there's a decision. Oh, jeez. Didn't think anyone was over the ball, but anyway, Hammond gets a free kick for a kick in danger, goes back inside the contest. O'Toole probably could have taken the mark. Dillon's there, but with numbers again, it's East Geelong. Handball goes back, ends up with Buckingham, kicks out wide. Murphy's going to be the target once again. Good body work. This time O'Neill gets a fist on the ball, knocks it over the boundary line, and the ball is thrown back into the play. Savage has gone down with a bit of cramp on the side of the ground, but they've continued to run. Confe handballs up, finds Kendall, tries to work his way through the contest with strength. Hobbs going the wrong way, gets the 1-2 with Watts. Now they transfer play across the front of goal. Has to be good. Picked up there by Cockle. Decides to kick the ball long up through the centre of the ground. In front, Dillon. Good ball from Hunter from behind. Picks the ball up. Robinson again with long handball out wide. Finds Coy. He steps back inside. Kicks not good. Brought to ground. And again, it's Watts. Head over the ball. Picks it up. Good strength. Gets around Coy. Had the handball backwards. Had Hobbs. Off a step. Needs to go as far as he can. Didn't get much distance on it. Goes towards the boundary line. And I think that's
about to come back into play again. Bolton. What's happened? The free kick to Dickers. I just thought he fell over. But umpire deemed a free kick. Handball came to Hammond. Hammond long kick for Bannockburn over the centre. Oh, great mark coming through there. It was Nolan, I think it is.
Yes, right, Eric.
So Nolan has chipped it forward. Finds Ryan Coy. So Coy now changes direction, back middle of the ground, goes to Chamberlain, has one bounce, lopes past the centre, long kick into the full forward position. In front, Murphy can't take the mark. At ground level is O'Hara, can't pick it up. Numbers with Bannockburn there. Dickers crashed through a tackle. Handball, Nicholson out wide. I don't know who he's looking for because it's all east out there. And gee, when they attack the footy, they look really good. As Ricky O'Toole on the left foot. Oh, O'Hara up high, getting the crumbs for East. The handball comes out to Dean O'Hara. Oh, he doesn't realise how much time he's got. Now he chips it towards the goal square, and O'Neill takes the defensive mark. 27.5 minutes gone, final quarter. 5-11 Bannockburn trail East Geelong 19-10.
So ball and the half-back line picked up there by Vanning and has players further afield. That's where he goes. Taylor hasn't been bad for Bannockburn, one of the better players if you're looking for some. Goes back in the side, the middle of the ground. Hill comes out, good interception, picks the ball up. Coy needs to bend down, can't do so. Watts hasn't kept trying, so he has kept trying. Ball with Hill, handballs out wide. Connors is there, falls into his arm. Running player from behind was Hunter on his left side. Chips the ball up towards Murphy. He's had plenty of chances this last quarter. O'Neill hasn't done that too badly in that last 3 or 4 contests. Ball picked up, goes to Savage. Savage kicks towards goal. Siren sounds as the final score will go on the board to Tim Savage. And that will see...
I don't think... Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yeah, yep.
19 goals, 11 to the East Geelong side. They will beat Bannockburn 5-11. So that's a 14-goal win here for the top side, East Geelong.